Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Rob Folia with Folia Properties in Nashville, Tennessee, and it is episode three of Will It Cashflow. So let's dive in, take a look at some numbers. It's going to be live to tape here, just like this, like the first two episodes. So you're going to be looking at everything just like I will, basically kind of for the first time. I've got a property pulled up, I've got some basic information pulled up, and that's it. Have not filled out my spreadsheet yet. And yeah, let's just take a look. So let me share my screen and let's roll. All right. So what I've got pulled up here is a duplex in the Bellevue area. 648 Harpeth Bend Drive, 2 days on the market here as of the recording date. Um, Shout out to Realty of America. Thank you so much for having this listing here on Real Tracks. And yeah, let's take a look at it. The reason I wanted to pull this up is A, it's a duplex. I am a fan of duplexes and multifamily housing. I think they can be a great way to make money. B, or two, I don't know if I said one or A, either way, again, live to tape. But two, I am, again, I'm a fan of duplexes, one, but two, it's a new listing. And it's kind of in a market it's a nice market. Bellevue is a great area. We don't talk about it much from an investment standpoint. A lot of investors will look at areas maybe, from a cash flow standpoint, look to a Madison, not Bellevue, gosh, saying they don't look at Bellevue. Look at a Madison or an Antioch, and maybe an East Nashville if they're looking for cash flow. At least they used to. I've talked about Clarksville and how much I like Clarksville. But a lot of investors don't look to Bellevue. It's just not the biggest area. They probably should look at it a little bit more. I think it's a great spot. Great market, not far from everything, and yet regardless, I could ramble on this. But what I wanted, a couple of reasons why this one stood out to me. Um, Renovated duplex. Let's see, Unit B boasts brand new kitchen, countertops, cabinets, et cetera. New carpet. Additionally, recent years, Unit B has received major upgrades, including windows, updated upstairs bath, rebuilt decks. Unit A has also been updated with windows, paint, updated flooring, newer HVAC, stainless appliances. There's some nice aspects off the cuff that as an investor, it's a little more turnkey than some of the other ones that we might have seen or might have looked at. One is rented. The two units look probably identical. They're both two bed, one and a half bath. Um, as you can see here, main floor, second floor, the same size. It has a lot of signals that tell me, hey, this is these two units are the same. This one's rented out for 1450 a month already, which means we could either pencil that in here or we can look at our old trusty rentometer and look at that here in a second too. But let's dive in and take a look at it a little deeper. Pictures, and we'll look at it from a gallery view. Um, I mean, everything on the outside looks pretty clean. Nice flooring here in this unit. It says the occupied unit's available to be seen after an accepted offer. So for now, we're going to just assume that the other unit looks similar to this one. Yeah, as you can see, there's some older aspects to it. Like these cabinets look, maybe did they say new cabinets? They might have said new cabinets. They look kind of newer. Obviously the countertops are nice, newer appliances. Fridge is older, but hey, stainless stove, dishwasher, vent over there as well. Nice large sink, nice stone countertops. Looks like they did a nice job with it. It looks like a lovely place. Looks like a lovely duplex here. Yeah, if I had to guess, just seeing this picture too, I would imagine these two units are the same. Just seeing all that, just kind of the seeing the symmetry here. It just those are signs that make me go, hey, these are probably similar units. Um, so yeah, so this one they are asking 559.9. They're getting 1450 a month. Again, we can maybe pencil that in here on this side. We'll we'll do this as we go, and just kind of see how it looks. So 648 Harpeth Bend Drive. It's the only thing I've plugged in here so far because I want to do all this live with you. I want to listen. This is called Will It Cashflow. It's not, hey, Rob picked out a great property. It's Will It Cashflow. So 559.9. Let's plug that in. Again, that doesn't mean it's worth that, by the way. I'm just going off of the number that they've thrown out here. Obviously, we could play with that, and we might need to play with it as we go. Let's look at a mortgage calculator. Assume that you're going to put, say, 25% down, 559. Nine. Let's put a down payment of 25. There's your loan amount. I'm going to put an interest rate of 8%. If you've watched my most recent market update video, you've seen where rates are. They're, in the high sixes to low sevens for an owner occupant. Probably going to be about a percent higher than that for an investor. We're just going to call it 8 for easy math. What were the taxes here? 3628. 3628. We're going to get rid of PMI, homeowners insurance. I'm going to plug in like 2 grand. It might even be a little bit more than that for this, but we're going to leave it there. This is for a buy, and let's calculate. So our monthly payment, 3550. That's with 25% down, no PMI. 3550 PITI. That's principal, interest, taxes, insurance. Um, we're just going to copy and paste this for the loan amount here. So that tells us what our current equity is, our equity percentage, the market rent amount. So here's where it gets tricky. So we can plug in 1450 times 2 was that 2900. We can plug that in for now. We can see that it does not get anywhere near the 1% rule. Our PITI, I just looked at it, of course, and it was what? 3550. 3550. No HOA, property management. Well, you got 10% of that. I'm not even going to put a vacancy and reserve in there for right now because you can see right off the bat, minus 940 a month. That's with a property manager. Even if we got rid of that, you could, I mean, gosh, you could do the math here, the mental math, and just see that this and this, you're short 650 a month even before a property manager. Now, my guess as we're playing with the numbers, it's probably not going to work, and this might not be a winner for us. But let's just take a look. Let's just keep looking and see because a couple of things, as y'all might have seen, I accidentally clicked this tab as we were looking through things. You can see average rent, median rent. I just pulled up for the address and a 2 bed, 1.5 bath. You can see where the average and median sits here. I mean, we can play with these numbers however we want. But I mean, if we were, say, sitting at, well, let's just take the higher number just because I think we're going to struggle to hit this number anyway. Even if we doubled the higher number and we said 1675 times 2 is what? 3350. So say our market rent was still 3350. We're at 0.6 for the 1% rule. We're still short, even if we took property management out, we'd still be short about $200. I mean, I feel pretty confident saying right now this doesn't make sense as a rental at these numbers. I mean, I'm just being real. Nothing against this listing. Great listing. They can't all be winners as I'm looking at these. I say great listing because it does look like a great place. Now, here's the interesting thing too, is just say we were trying to get this closer to the 1% rule. Say this is actually market rent. Say we were right, or say rentometer's right. It's double the average because it's 2 units, and we're at 3350. And what is this might be a nice exercise to figure out what actually makes sense for this property. Like if I were buying it, looking at putting 25% down, and we'll play around with some of the numbers as we go. Let's just say we could get it for 500. And I doubt that's going to be the case for this one. But obviously we're going to be putting 25% down. We're going to say if it's $500 or 500,000. 25%, 8% rate. We're not going to change anything else. Let's just calculate 3220 a month. So we'll leave the equity percentage and all that alone. It doesn't matter for this part of the conversation. So 3220, you see we're still short, but that's short with the property manager fee in there. So you take that fee out if you wanted to self-manage, you'd at least be positive $100 a month. Still, to me, I'm like, man, I struggle to see that making sense because even if you take that out and you're up 130, 120, whatever that $130 a month, the reality is, I mean, that's 1,500 a year, something like that you're making in profit. You have one issue, there's your profit out the window. And the issue with duplexes, because duplexes can be great from an investment standpoint. Like I love my duplexes as a rental, The issue that you run into with it, though, is it doesn't appreciate as quickly as single family homes because the value of a duplex is more tied to what we're talking about today than anything else. It's more tied to cash flow and what it's the rate of return is gonna be, what type of money you're gonna get out of it versus versus just market appreciation. Now, as rents appreciate, you get more money for it, et cetera. Like that helps bring the value up. Um, just to play around with it, I'm curious. 75th percentile, let's call that 1850. Doubling 1850 is what, 3,700 a month? 3,700. Where were we before? 559. And what was this? 3,550 if I remember right. Um, so you're still losing money, by the way. At the 75th percentile, you're still losing money with a property manager. Take the management fee out of there. I mean, you're positive, what, 330, $340 a month, 330 a month. Um, so it's not terrible in that aspect at that point. Just looking at these numbers, and here I could zoom in for anybody watching on their phone rather than on a computer. You can see that. I mean, at this point, it still to me doesn't make sense. I'm just to be real with y'all. Like if I were buying this property, it wouldn't make sense to me anywhere near these numbers. Um, if here, I mean, Fantasyland. I mean, there's no way you're getting this home for $400,000. Property for 400. But I mean, if you're putting 25% down, your mortgage balance is 300. Uh, say market rents that, your mortgage, you're 400. We don't need to change anything else. 2670. See, to me, this is where it's starting to make sense. You're actually making a profit every month. You're making $500 a month. That's with a management fee. That's at the high market rents, by the way. If we were looking closer to this and we said that was what, 3350, um, you're still making a few $100s a month after management fees. It might not seem like a huge amount, but if you're making 350, 400 every single month, that's 5 grand a year. I mean, that starts to then give you a little bit of a nest egg, and it's a starting seed for an investment on a business. Now, that's basically what these rental properties are. They're little businesses. They're small businesses that you're purchasing. Um, Again, this property has positives to it. The upgrades are nice. But when I'm seeing these numbers. I mean, like this right here is fantasy world. I mean, you're not getting this for 400,000 unless, I'm just curious. Uh, I mean, they bought it in 2005 for $170,000. I mean, yeah, it's probably worth three times that right now. But if it was a home, it'd be worth three plus times that right now. But not a cash flowing rental property. It's a little different. So yeah, it's one of those things that if it were me, if I'm gonna say, hey, will this one cash flow? Sorry, the owner of 648 Harpeth Bend. I'm gonna give it two thumbs down. Great property, great rental property, and if those numbers though, gosh, it's something I gotta shake my head at and say, hey, it's got to cash flow more than that for me as an investor to look at. If you're interested in this as an investor though, reach out to me. I'm happy to show it to you. Happy to get you taken care of, and if these numbers work for you, again, it's all subjective, guys. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Like these are my opinions on this rental. I'm not a wealth manager, and so this is just what I think about it. If you like this one and you think it might make sense for you as a rental, you want to talk, give me a shout. If you're seeing this in your email, hit the reply button. If you're seeing this on socials, just leave a comment. If you're seeing this on YouTube, shoot an email to me. I don't always see YouTube comments. Email rob@foliaproperties.com, rob@fogia properties with an s.com. Thank you so much. Look forward to talking with y'all soon. Have a good day.